catalogs are in the mail. And so if you're one of my regular customers and don't have another demonstrator you work with, you have received, or you will be receiving, your catalog probably by Friday, perhaps Saturday. And it's chock full of great things, okay? And what else was I going to say about that? Oh, but it goes live. The catalog goes live 1 week from today, so that's June 4th. And don't try to get up early in the morning and place your order, because ordering does not start until noon Mountain Time. And noon Mountain Time is, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, and so that would be 2 p.m. my time. Okay, so noon Mountain Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you others will be able to figure it out, I'm sure. Oh, you've seen it, Georgine. Great. I figured you got one from Sherry already. And I'm glad to hear that you love it, because I do too. I always get excited for new catalogs, and quite honestly, I always think, okay, they can't top this. They can't do any better. But they do. And Stampin' Up! Does, and I love it. And then the interesting thing is I'll see things in the new catalog, and then when I'm out and about, I'll see our new in colors somewhere in a store, perhaps on a throw pillow, or in fashion, home decor. There are certain themes. The bird theme is hot right now in everything. Hummingbirds, flowers, of course, are always in. Nautical theme is real big. I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday and I saw some pillows that said, I think it said, take me, what was it? Take me to the sea, SEA, or I don't know. It was cuter saying than that, but whatever. They used SEA instead of SEE. I can't think of what the quote was now, but just, all kinds of things, starfish and whatnot. We've got some great masculine items in the catalog and lots of versatility with our stamp sets and products. So if you think you are going to need Creativity is Calling catalog, please let me know. Or if you're not currently working with a demonstrator, I would love to earn your business, and I would start by sending you a catalog in the mail. Just private message me your full name and your mailing address, and I will get one off to you. Okay, but this starts next Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday, June 4th at noon Mountain Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. Anything that is on the last chance list or the retired list, from here on out, everything is while supplies last. Some things are gone, not a lot, but there are a few items that have already, their supply has already been depleted, but there are lots of other great things. And I looked at the last chance list just before I got on. Still lots of designer series paper, which is always my favorite thing. So please take advantage of your last few days here and be sure to get what you want before those things go away. Okay? And of course, I would appreciate your order on my website using my May host code, or you can email me or call me with your order. Okay, I have one more quick announcement before we get to tonight's cards. I am going to continue to do my Facebook Lives on Tuesday evenings and also on Thursday afternoons. Okay, Tuesday evenings will stay the same, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Stampin' Scrap with Mary Knabe. That's my business page. That's where we are right now. Okay. Thursdays will change. I will should be able to do 2 p.m.s consistently on Thursdays, but the Thursday Facebook Live will now be in my group. Okay. Stampin' Piece with VIP group, Stampin' Piece VIP group. Okay, so if you are not already in that, all you have to do is go to facebook.com, put Stampin' Piece VIP in the search box, click on that, and then under the top picture, you'll see a word that says join or request to join, something like that. And you want to click on that. You know what? Like is sometimes shows up as follow too. Typically it's like Facebook's always changing things. Just when we get used to it, they'll change a little something. And we don't realize it always until somebody points it out. Okay, so just be aware of that. You do need to join my group, and I just approve it. It started out being for all of my customers, my team members, people that attend my weekend events, etc. Anybody that had anything to do with my business was added to the Stampin' Piece VIP group. And then I started getting requests. So I have decided to open that up, but I haven't been posting on that group a whole lot like I used to in the past. So that's why I'm switching over the Thursday Facebook Live to that group. Okay, so and I'll try to remember to include the site each time I send a reminder of when a Facebook Live is coming up. Okay, so just be sure and mark that, and make sure you like my business page and join my group. Okay, alrighty, so I'm going to show you tonight just some what I find to be a really good use of scraps and a very easy card layout. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, here's my first one. Okay, and I'm using standard size card base, 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and I score it 4 1/4 down the center. Okay, these cards that I'm showing you now use the Broadway bound specialty designer series paper. It's considered specialty because of the metallic golds on each of the pieces of, or each of the designs of the DSP sheets. Okay, and you can see I've added some punching, some embellishing with the gold metallic thread. Can you see that here? Can I put it a little closer? Okay, and some of the black satin ribbon, and then of course our birthday trinkets. Okay, the candle trinkets. Okay, so pretty easy. I will tell you that the strips are 1 inch by 4.5 inches. A great way to use up your scraps. I am telling you, you can make hundreds of cards with 1 inch strips. Okay, not to mention all kinds of other scraps as well. So a great way to use up scraps. It's that time of year. I'm trying to clean out my craft room, setting aside some of the things that are retiring, but also then making way for new things, and that includes designer series paper. Okay, so very easy. So the strips are 1 inch by 4.5, and then the black cardstock behind it, the cardstock layer, is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, 3.5 by 4 3/4, and of course you could adjust the length of the strips and that sort of thing, and make your cardstock layer a little larger. But this is just a good, easy standard. I love the frame it gives. And here are 2 more that I stepped up and made just a little bit fancier. Okay. And again, it's a great card layout that can be used for both vertical and horizontal, or portrait and landscape positions. Okay, and again, some punching and some ribbon. This is that fun white flax ribbon. I think I've got it right here. Isn't that nice? And it's, you know, it's softer than I thought it would be, and it's not as stiff as I thought it would be. I've enjoyed working with this. Okay, alrighty. Any questions about those? Oh, I guess I should show you what I did inside. Okay. Here's to celebrating you. Happy birthday. This is birthday cheers all around, blank inside. This one is happy birthday. Wishing you the best on your special day. And I believe this one's the same. Happy birthday, blank inside. Okay. The stamp sentiments that I use come from the perennial birthday stamp set. You know, Stampin' Up does a great job of coordinating products for us. I love that. But don't limit yourself to using only the stamp sets that go with a designer series paper, or only the designer series paper that go with a particular bundle. Things like that. Mix it up. Honestly, this is one of my favorites. Okay, I love the little flowers, but I ignored those today. All right. But I love that it has different fonts and that you can match up sentiments for the inside and the outside of your cards. Okay. So, pretty easy layout. Now I want to make a few cards on the fly using that layout. Okay. And I'm going to feature the Mosaic Mood Designer Series paper. You know, I'd like to say this is my favorite, but honestly, Designer Series paper, I generally love most, if not all of them. And this new catalog is same as always, okay? It's hard to get the colors just right. But Mosaic, is it Mosaic Moods? Yes, Mosaic Moods Specialty Designer Series paper. And the reason that it's a specialty designer series paper is it has these raised embossed features on one side of each of the 6 papers. Okay, can you see that? It's a little bit shiny or glossy. Okay. So let me now show you all the patterns. The back side of each has a different pattern, but it does not have that glossy embossed effect. Okay, so there's that. I love the roses and butterflies. And then I looked at this paper so many times before I realized there were these tiny little bees in there, which I think just add a nice touch also. So front, the back. Okay, our glossy green leaves. And here, this is very similar to that first print I showed you. But the colors have been changed up and it doesn't have the glossy. This is sort of fun. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to use this, but it really is a fun pattern. Okay, and very glossy on the front. And the back, you get this stripe, the pattern stripe, and you can use that any direction, horizontal or vertical. Lots of hummingbirds, lots and lots of hummingbirds. Okay, and then this kind of mosaic shell pattern once again. And I believe that's mint macaron. Yes. The coordinating colors in here are Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Mint Macaron, Soft Suede, Terracotta Tile, which is one of our new in colors, and then Whisper White and Very Vanilla. Okay, this is just a fun circle pattern. More of the hummingbirds. Another of the prints, stripe prints, but it's the same designs as that other one, but change in colors. And this one has the glossy on the front stripe side. Okay, and then we've got a fun geometric pattern on the back. Okay, so let's use a couple of these to make our strips. Oh, lots of people have joined me, and if you would please click the share button, I would appreciate it. That gets more people jumping on and seeing my cards and such during my Facebook Lives. I would appreciate it very much. And hi to Laura, Melissa, Lisa Johnson, Joyce Lutterby, Joyce P. I think I got everybody, so it's wonderful, wonderful to have all you. Now, one thing I do want to mention when you're doing this, okay, and you can use any of the patterns, but remember, these are 1-inch strips, so you're not going to get a whole rose or a whole hummingbird or something like that. So, and the other thing is you kind of want them to coordinate. but you want some kind of contrast in there as well. Okay. I probably will not do the hummingbirds because it just cuts off too much and I really wouldn't see. Okay, I'm liking all these. The dots are okay. There's more hummingbirds. And again, the other cards I made using scraps. Okay, I'm going to pick 3. How about, I'm going to go with these 3, I think. But I kind of like that too. These 3. I think the green. I think we need the green, don't you? Okay. So the other thing is, if you need to make a lot of cards for either a card swap or perhaps thank you notes, birthday invitations, simple greeting cards, whatever it may be, this is a great, easy layout to do that. And you can make so many. Think about it. They're just 1 inch by 4.5 inch strips. So for every 1 inch, I would get 2. Okay, so that is 12 times 2, 24. Okay, with the 3 sheets of designer series paper, you could make 20 cards. Or I'm sorry, 24. Okay. And what was the last one? This one. Okay. I also have the coordinating stamp set and a couple of coordinating embellishments to go with the Mosaic Mood Specialty Designer Series paper. I need to move some of these earlier things out of the way. Okay. And I will be giving away some cards tonight. So if you are watching and have not yet commented and shared, please do that now, because then you will be entered into the drawing to win some of the cards from tonight's Facebook Live. Okay? And remember my motto, if you're making 1 card, you might as well make 2, right? And I'm going to show you something that makes cutting your card bases quick and easy. There's no need to cut and score them individually with my method. Okay, so now I'm going to need, I think I'd like it like this. Okay. And of course I can change things up a little bit. I'll make 1 vertical and 1 horizontal. And now I need some coordinating colors. Okay, any suggestions, ladies? I think we should put some terracotta tile in there. I'm feeling that just because it is a new color. Oh, Inez, remind me before the end. I will speak about the DSP share. Okay, thank you for that reminder. Okay, so 4.5 inch by 1 inch strips. And now I need 4 3/4 by 3.5. Okay. Okay, 4 3/4 by 3.5. You know, I do want to, first of all, say to the people that have been having very severe weather with tornadoes and floods, etc., please know that I've been praying for your safety and the safety of your family and friends as you go through all that. And last night, Ohio, where I lived, was touched by storms. So fortunately, it came through. I live on basically on the edge of Franklin and Franklin and Delaware counties. My sister's 10 minutes away inside Delaware County. My daughter is about 25 minutes away in Delaware County. And we were all in our basements, or well, Joan's family and I we were each in our basements, and Andrea lives in a second floor apartment, so she was in her bathtub, and we waited it out several hours. And fortunately, the area where each of we live really, we had no damage. So we were very fortunate. We went a good bit south of us. But I know there are parts of Ohio that have been hit really hard. So if you just kind of keep a good thought, and if you're spiritual in any way, say a prayer for those people, that they feel the support of their communities and the people around them, and that they're safe. Okay. Yes, it is beautiful paper, Patty. Okay. So I'm going to set these aside. Well, I can go ahead and tape these down. And then, do you have any suggestions for card bases? What color I should put these on? Okay. Remember, the colors in the Designer Series paper are Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Mint Macaron, Soft Suede, Terracotta Tile, which is this one, a new in color, and Very Vanilla and Whisper White. Okay. So go ahead. Oh, Lisa says yellow of some kind. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Patty Schuler. Oh, I'm so excited that so many people are joining. Click the share button if you haven't done that already, because then we can get more people in on the crafting fun. Okay. Did you notice how I laid out my strips? Okay. Crushed Curry, Georgine says. I think that's a good idea. You and Lisa and Marion all seem to agree we need that yellow. Okay. Notice that I did the strip at the top and then the bottom, and the middle one I just centered between the two. Makes it easy to cover spacing, because when I'm playing this, I'm looking at the top and each side, here the bottom and each side, and the middle I just center evenly between the first two strips. Okay, so I'm doing the same on my second one. I put the left strip down. I'm putting the right strip down now, and I'm looking at the right side and the top and bottom, and I can see they're all pretty much even. So I'm going to lay that down. And now all I have to do is center the last one between the first two strips. Okay, makes it easy peasy. There's nothing like laying something down and then you have to pick it up and move it and hoping you aren't going to damage your cardstock. Not that we don't have enough paper, right, ladies? I'm sure you probably all have as much paper as I do. Go ahead and admit it. Okay, I want to show you with my trimmer a quick and easy way, and this is another reason why I say make 2 cards at once. Okay, you know that whichever way you cut your 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you get 2 card bases. You can cut it either direction and get 2 equal size card bases. Okay, and they would each turn out to be 5.5 by 4.25 inches. Okay, what I like to do is, first of all, score. So this I'm going to score at 4.25, which is half of the 8.5. I'm going to turn it once, and now I'm going to cut at the center of 11 inches, which is 5.5. So I scored at 4.25, I turned it, and now I'm cutting at 5.5. And there's my 2 card bases. Okay, let me show you going the other direction. You just do the opposite. I'm going to start by scoring at 5.5. And then I'm going to turn it once, and I'm going to cut at 4.25. Okay, so 2 card bases, you're only scoring 1 time. Makes it, you know, just a little more efficient, and certainly helps you build up your stash of cards or make a lot. And you can see that whether your cards are cut one direction or the other, they're all the same size, okay? Alrighty, I think crushed curry is a great choice for this. Okay, that looks good. What do you think, ladies? And this one, I think, I like it like this, I think. Make sure your cards go in the right direction, okay? Now, there are some fun accessories and a great stamp set that coordinate with Mosaic, the Mosaic Mood Specialty Designer Series paper, okay? I love seeing hearts and thumbs up, so thank you for that. And I appreciate the compliments. So, and we have a brand new punch, the Timeless Label Punch. So here you can see, and basically, can you see the detail on these stamps? It is, you know, in the same mosaic motif or mosaic theme, okay? The mosaic tree trunk with the branches coming down. I haven't used this yet, but I think that's going to be really cool, okay? Some patterns, a thank you. All the pieces of your kindness make life more beautiful. All the pieces, mosaics, goes right with the theme, right? Okay, and sending all happy wishes your way. So lots and lots of great coordinating stamps. We have this fun mint macaron ribbon. Should we put some ribbon on our cards tonight? You know I like to use ribbon, okay? And it's a 1/4 inch wide. It's got a little shimmer to it, kind of a satiny shimmer, not a glittery shimmer. And it is textured. It's called Textile Ribbon. Super pretty, okay? And then there are these fun flower faceted gems, okay? And you get 3 different colors, and you get 8 of each of those colors. And they do have adhesive on the back, which is awesome too, okay? So we'll somehow work those in as well, okay? How about ribbon? Are we up for ribbon, ladies? Sure, Mary. We love ribbon, just like you. Okay, I am very tired. You know, just last night, a little bit of stress of the storms and tornado watch and then tornado warnings for a few hours. Yeah, it can be a little much. So, and then when I did finally come out of the basement and go to my bed, then I couldn't sleep. So I read for a little bit. But I had to be up early for my client Martha. And I always have a full morning with her. You never know what we'll be up to when I go to her house. Okay. So that's pretty good. I noticed that my ribbon is a little bit more loose than I like it to be. But let me show you what I do when that happens. I don't untie it and I don't start over with a different piece. What I do is along the back, you just need it. Oh, sorry, that fell off the shelf. Sorry to scream at you. What I like to do is just give it a little tug, okay? Give it a little tug on one end and then a little tug on the other. And lay a piece of Scotch tape down. And then you'll see you've got this. This is where that extra little bit. You're always up for a ribbon too, Laura. So am I. Great minds think alike. And then I just snip it. And the reason I do that is I want it to lay flat. I don't want a bulge in the back of my card. Okay? So now I'm going to add this to my card front. I'm going to show you another ribbon trick. Okay, I know some of you don't like tying bows. I think we should practice that sometime. Maybe I should do a tutorial just on bow making, okay? But I basically had one piece, tied the bow, it's done. you can do a few things. And I'll go ahead and show you these just because they're quick. You can, whoops, what am I doing? You can simply tie a knot instead. And typically tying a knot is going to give you pretty much a similar or equal effect to having a bow on there. Some people like the knots too because in addition to being easier, they think they're a little more gender neutral. It doesn't, to me that doesn't make a big difference, but it's just whatever your preference is. Okay, and you can do that. Okay, so there's another option. Okay, I'm going to slip this off because I want to show you a third option. This time I'm just going to cut a strip of ribbon, a piece of ribbon, just a little bit wider than the piece I want it to go around. Then, okay, just a little bit wider than my cardstock layer. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back approximately where I'm going to pull the ends of the ribbon over. Okay, this can save you some ribbon also. Okay, it's not a whole lot. I've measured it out. You know, it doing this versus doing that and then tying a bow and sticking it on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card base now just because I have the sticky on the back. And I am going to go over, oops, the ends of those ribbons just to make sure they don't come loose at all in the making or the mailing of the card. Okay, now from here, if I wanted, I could cut a little piece off, slip this under, and tie a knot just like that, and then I would trim my ends. Okay, this is sort of a cheater version. Okay, so you see the difference? I tied one piece of ribbon, tied a knot in the front. Here I put a piece of ribbon along the bottom and then cut another little piece and tied it to that first piece. But I like bows, so I'm going to make a little bow on here. And don't shy away from bows. People always say, oh, Mary, you make the best bows. Well, look what I'm doing. I just make sure I use enough ribbon. I start with tails that are long enough, and always make your bow a little bit bigger than you think you want it, and cut your ribbon just a little bit longer than you think you need. Okay? So the trick to a nice bow is starting with enough ribbon. Start with a long tail, make your bow, and then you kind of, did you see how I was working the loops and the tails there? And now I'm just going to put a dimensional on the back of that knot, and I'm going to stick it right down here where I want it. Okay, so there you have a couple different ways to make knots and bows with your ribbons. Okay, one thing I like about this, and I typically do it this way, number one, because it's a little bit easier for me. This is a lot of ribbon to hold and all that. Sometimes you want to say to somebody, put your finger there so you can finish off the knot tight. The other thing is doing it this way, making the bow separately and putting it on with a glue dot. You have more control over where it goes or the direction it's going. Do you see how this is kind of at an angle? It's not really bothersome, but it's not my preference. I like this one better. Okay, and depending on what I would do, maybe if I had this at the top and the tag kind of sticking out like that. Okay, I think we should put some white in the center, and trying to see how we should. Oops, what am I doing? I can't. I thought I was pulling a full sheet and I was pulling scraps. And again, just if you have a color that's a little too bright or too dark, adding Whisper White cardstock to the inside of the card makes it a little bit easier for reading, okay? For writing on and for the recipient of your card to read your message, okay? And if you want to stamp, you can do that. If you want to stamp on the inside, I would suggest you do it before you adhere the cardstock to the inside of the card. I'm going to leave mine blank for now. We've had a little bit of thunder rolling through the area here, so I was concerned that I might lose internet connection, but so far so good. And fortunately, we didn't lose internet connection last night either in my area or in my family's area. Okay, so let's do a little stamping from the memorable Mosaic stamp set. I haven't even put these together yet. Okay, does everybody know how to put their stamps together when you get them? Okay, basically you pull out your rubber stamp and it's got this paper backing on, kind of thick. You pull that off. You're going to pull the adhesive backing off the one that you're going to use, the one that you're, the label that you're going to use. Okay. Make sure when there's writing or whatever, that you have your stamp going in the right direction. You don't want it upside down. That's going to throw you off when you're stamping. So basically from here, I just look over the top of it, over the top of the label, and I'm matching up the edges. Okay. I'm matching up the edges of the rubber and the foam with the edges of the label. Okay. And these are those new, very, we call them our cling stamps, and they are very clingy. They are not going to fall off your blocks while you're stamping. Okay. So I'm going to use this one. And what color should we stamp in? I'm thinking terracotta tile. Does anybody agree? Let's see here. Actually, I know something I can do. I haven't even, no, I did use this just a little bit. I stamped some in color bookmarks to put in the catalogs I was mailing out. Well, hi, Kathy. Nice to have you again here. Kathy, I hope you loved your paper pumpkin kit. I was so excited that you were buying that. Okay. So isn't that fun? You're putting the color, the stamp is filling in the background, and it leaves the white words and design exposed. I love that. Okay. And we might have, do you want to try a different color? What other color should we use with this? Why don't we go ahead and try the crushed curry with it? When you have stamps like this where it's putting the, actually, oh, Marion says green. All right, we'll go with the green. Well, let's go with the yellow because I won't know what to do if I want garden green or mint macaron. I suppose anyone would be correct, right? How about, do you think the mint macaron is going to be too much? Or the garden green would be better for contrast? See, this is how I work, and I love that you're offering suggestions. That tells me your creative mind is busy too, just like mine. And that is a good thing, ladies. There's not a right and a wrong way to create, okay? There's not good creativity and bad well, I guess you could get into some trouble. We don't want creative troublemaking, but honestly, with crafts, you know, just Try the ideas that pop into your head, or try the ideas that you see or somebody else has shared with you, and go for it. Okay? Marion says this one might be too dark. Well, we're going to go for it and see, because we can always change it out. If you're not familiar with Stampin' Up! Punches, typically they do lock for easy storage. Okay? You unlock it, and then typically you flip it over to the back. And the reason is you want to be able to center your stamped image in the punch space. Okay? And that looks pretty good. Oh, that's not so bad. I don't think that's bad. In fact, I think I'm going to put it here and this one here. So I like to pop up my sentiments or some part of my card with dimensionals. Joyce Lutterby and Sharon Shreve, I have envelopes ready to drop in the mail tomorrow. I promise. You are the last two that I have to get all caught up and everything off my list. And I'll be giving away some of these cards tonight too. So be sure to comment. Oh, where should this go? I'm going to try it like, I usually like the pieces right up by my, kind of tucked into the bow. I'm not sure I want to do that with this one. No, I think I like it here. Okay. And the other one, I think I want to go above. Oh, I was going to go, you know what? This one, it was supposed to be, oh well. This was going to be my vertical card, wasn't it? Oh well, it's not now. And this one I'm going to center more along the bottom and have the ends of the ribbon kind of flanking it a little. Oh, I like that. Okay, I like both of these really well. What do you guys think? Okay. Hi, Jackie. Jackie, be sure to watch the replay if you have time so you can catch everything. Okay. So, who's excited about the new catalog? Okay, I see some of my team members on here. I know you're excited because we've been talking about it for several weeks. And I'm sure all of you, if you're online at all, have been seeing lots of samples using new products. And it's just a hard time of year. I get torn between using the current product and that which is retiring versus pulling out all the new stuff. Okay. So let me show you once again. These were my sample cards. Okay. Easy peasy layout. Super easy card layout. Great way to use up your scraps. It's also a great layout for making lots of cards at once. Okay. I'm looking to see. It looks like there's another. Is there a question? Oh, Inez. Thank you. Okay. Lisa says she's putting this on her list. Awesome. Okay. So to recap, you have a standard size card base. Okay. The cardstock layer is 4 3/4 inches by 3.5 inches. And then each of the strips is 1 inch by 4.5 inches. Okay. Cardstock is 4 3/4 by 3.5. The strips are 1 inch by 4.5. Okay. I cased my first two cards on the white and changed them up a bit, starting with a black card base. And then together we created these on the fly. Oh, you know what we forgot to use, ladies, is these really fun, cool embellishments. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to add, these do have adhesive on the back, which is awesome. I think I'm going to add one to the tag right there. And I feel like I need one here also. How about this terracotta tile color? Okay. Oops. Oh well, dropped them. Okay, just adds a pretty little embellishment. Does anybody make jewelry? Wouldn't these be cool? Just as like little studs, little earring studs. Okay. Oh, just thought of that. How fun. Okay. All right, ladies. I will go back and read through all of the comments. Right now, I would like to talk to you about my paper share. And basically, the paper share allows you to get a sampling, a good size sampling, of each of the designer series papers in the new catalog. Okay, so what I've done is for $48 plus $8 shipping, or you can arrange pick up from me, or on the days that I go to Cincinnati, if you want to pick up in Cincinnati, you can do that as well and save the cost of the shipping. But it's $48 and you get 78 sheets of designer series paper, and they will each measure 6 inches by 12 inches. Okay, and the reason I'm doing 6 by 12, cutting those 12 by 12s, I thought about cutting the 12 by 12 sheets down to 6 by 6, and then you'd get 2 of each of the sheets. But instead, I'm going with 6 inch by 12 inch because, number one, I think you can make great cards, several cards with that size. And then you can also use 6 inch by 12 inch sheets to add to your scrapbook pages. And then, was it Inez? Yeah, Inez, I think it was you mentioned that you liked that size because it allows you to do some more of your 3D projects. Okay, so there are 13 papers that are included, and I have them. I've sent an email out this week, yesterday I believe, or this morning, and I also have it on my blog post for today. So you can get all the information. If you can't find it, just send me a quick message and I will shoot you an email with it or a link for it, okay? But basically how it works is you simply register saying that you do want to participate in the paper share. And my first round will be, registration is due with payment on... Oh, you didn't get that. Okay, Inez, I will send it to you. The first deadline will be June 3rd. Okay, you need to register and pay by June 3rd. On June 4th, I will order all of the designer series paper I need. As soon as I get it, I will be cutting it for the paper share and packaging it. And I plan to start mailing out on the 21st. Okay, and if I can get it done sooner than that, I'll send them out sooner. Okay, so that'll be $48 plus $8 shipping. Okay, and included, you'll get 6 sheets, and it will be, a sampling of each of these different ones. So 6 sheets of the Woven Threads Designer Series paper, Magnolia Lane, Garden Lane, Follow Your Art, Bird Ballad, Dino Roar, Perennial Essence, See a Silhouette, Come Sail Away, Pressed Petals, super gorgeous, I just might say. Of course, I love them all. Okay, this is a specialty designer series paper just because it has some unique things in there. Okay, and then Mosaic Mood, also a specialty DSP, and Noble Peacock, also specialty DSP. Okay, so 6 sheets of all of those, and then the Noble Peacock foil sheets. Okay, I love these in Blueberry Bushel, Old Olive, and Pretty Peacock. Beautiful 12 by 12 foil sheets, and you'll get 3 half sheets. Okay, one of each of the colors. And then you will also get 3 half sheets of the Perennial Essence 12-inch by 12-inch vellum. I'll cut it down to 6-inch by 12-inch, okay? So that makes for 11, 12 DSPs. And basically what you're getting with those 12 equates to 1/4 of a package, okay? And then the Noble Peacock foil sheets and the Perennial Essence, you'll get 3 sheets of each of those, okay? And that too would be about 1/4 of a package, okay? And I will send it by priority mail. So this is a great way for you to get some of all of the designer series paper without spending a fortune, okay? I love all the designer series papers, okay? But when we add all those up, full packs of all those, it's expensive. This is a way you can try them all, and then later, after you've used them and played with them and created with them, pull out your favorites and you can choose to order full packs of those if you want, those favorite ones, okay? There is an add-on option to the paper share, and that involves the 6-inch by 6-inch designer series papers that we have in each of the color families, okay? So the color families would be the neutrals, the brights, the subtles, the regals, and then of course the in colors, okay? The 2 in color sets. So these are the patterns in each of those. The patterns would be the same, and you would be getting a half package of each of these, okay? So I don't have it right in front of me. I believe it's $34 plus $8 shipping. You would get 120 6x6 sheets, okay? So that's the add-on option. You can do one or the other or both, okay? I will be sending out a gift for people who order both the DSP paper share and the add-on option, okay? Again, if you did not receive that email, shoot me a message and I will either email it to you or provide the link for you so that you can register. I am doing payment by PayPal. You do not have to have a PayPal account. You can do that with a credit card, okay? Even if you don't have a PayPal account, it just runs through my account. Alrighty? If you have any more questions regarding that, please let me know, okay? If interest is high after the first couple weeks in June, I will offer a second round of paper shares. But for now, don't wait for a second round, because if I don't have enough interest to purchase another large amount, I won't do one, okay? Hi, Leslie. Leslie, we're at the tail end, but I'm happy you're here. And please go back and view the video all the way from the start, okay? Thanks for joining me. Any questions? And one more reminder that I am changing my Facebook Live schedule slightly. The days and times remain the same. However, I am switching Thursday's Facebook Live to my Stampin' Piece VIP group, okay? If you're not already in the Stampin' Piece VIP group, you'll want to join that group, okay? You just go to facebook.com. In the Facebook search, you put Stampin' Piece VIP group. When it pops up, click on it, and then you'll click the join box. It's a join box. I guess if you click the join box, you're sure to feel lots of joy by joining me and several other crafters for these weekly Facebook Lives, okay? So that is the one change, and this will start in June, next week, okay? I will be doing a second Facebook Live on Stampin' Scrap with Mary Knabe this Thursday, okay? And then next week starting, you know what? Let's just start it this week. And I will put this in my Facebook post reminders. Okay, let's go ahead and switch now so it's less confusing for people. I had it slated to start that in June, but we're going to start this week. Okay, and we'll test it out. You can also share both my business page and my group with your crafty friends and family, and I'm happy to have them join. Okay. All right, ladies, thank you all for spending some of your Tuesday evening with me. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you are excited about the new Stampin' Up! Catalog, and I look forward to creating with you on Thursday in my group page, okay, in my Stampin' Piece VIP group. And I would like for all of you to be my VIPs. Have a great night.